What's up, everybody? You good? I'm good. I'm Sign1News anchor, Christopher Johnson. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making the headlines today. If you post an interesting comment about this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. We have an update on a story we told you about earlier this week. Over a 9-month span, police in Albuquerque, New Mexico say 4 Muslim men were shot and killed. Police say the first victim, Mohammed Ahmadi, was shot to death on November 7th of last year. On July 26th, Aftab Hussein was killed. Mohammed Hussein was killed August 1st, followed by Naeem Hussein on August 5th. According to police, they were all ambushed with no warning. Police now have a primary suspect in custody. "51-year-old Mohammed Syed. Police say multiple firearms were recovered from the suspect's home, and the vehicle they found is believed to be connected to 2 of the 4 murders. Police have not yet determined a motive for the killings. Former President Donald Trump's Florida home was raided by the FBI earlier this week. Now lawyers from the New York State Attorney General's office deposed Trump as a result of a 3-year civil investigation into the Trump Organization's finances. The New York Attorney General says there is evidence the organization used false information to obtain loans. The Trump team has denied any wrongdoing. And during the deposition, Trump pleaded the Fifth. Which means he refused to answer any questions under the advice of his legal counsel. Trump himself posted about the situation on his website, Truth Social. He called it a continuation of the greatest witch hunt in U.S. history. "40 years ago, on September 2nd, 1982, 15-year-old girl named Karen Ann Stitt was last seen walking to a bus stop in Sunnyvale, California. The next morning, her naked body was found. She had been sexually assaulted and stabbed 59 times. The killer's blood and body fluids were found on her, but police were not able to make an arrest. The case went cold for 40 years. But in 2019, police received a tip that pointed them to a 75-year-old Gary Ramirez. He was 35 years old at the time of Stitt's death. Investigators used a DNA swab from Ramirez's grandchild, and test results identified Ramirez as the likely source of the blood and body fluid found at the crime scene. Ramirez was arrested at his home in Hawaii. He will be extradited to California to face charges in Stitt's murder. The U.S. is using a new strategy to stretch its supply of monkeypox vaccine. But officials say that still might not be enough to meet short-term demand. The plan would put smaller dose shots into the skin rather than under the skin. That allows each original dose size to vaccinate up to 5 people. The national stockpile has more than 400,000 doses. That would help protect more than 2 million people. But stretching the vaccine supply still might not meet short-term demand. People are lining up for the shots, and the disease is still spreading. The U.S. has more than 9,000 cases on record. Snapchat says it wants to help parents keep their children safer. The social media app is rolling out a new tool called Family Center. It can let parents see who kids are messaging without seeing the messages themselves. Snapchat says the feature is designed to reflect the way that parents engage with their teens in the real world, where parents usually know who their teens are friends with and when they are hanging out, but don't eavesdrop on their private conversations. The company says parents will have to create their own Snapchat account, and kids would have to opt in to allow parents to use the feature. About a month ago, Americans were paying almost $5 at the gas pump for 1 gallon of regular gas. Ouch. But have you noticed gas prices lately? The cost of filling up your car keeps going down. According to AAA, the average cost for a gallon of regular in the U.S. is hovering around $4. That's a 2-cent drop from Tuesday and nearly $1 less since the peak reached in June. Analysts say Less demand from drivers and lower oil costs are the main factors for the price slide at the pump. Serena Williams, one of the greatest athletes of all time, announced she's retiring from tennis. She has won 23 Grand Slam champions. In a Vogue magazine article and an Instagram post of the cover called Serena's Farewell, Williams said, "I'm terrible at goodbyes." She says she never liked the word retirement, but will evolve away from tennis after this year's U.S. Open later this month. On Instagram, she said she will focus on being a mom, her spiritual goals, and discovering a different but just as exciting Serena. Sign1News will be broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. And a reminder, the Sign1News Saturday virtual show team is taking a break for the summer, and we will see you again in the fall. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. You can also watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku. That's all. See you next time. Take care.